That sale just got snake bit. Hey guys, good morning. Snake here, what they say, Thursday. And right now I'm working on, or about to start working on some video game testing and resurfacing. I'm in our game room here, our console room. So, but that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about the Tampa Bay Pickers and why, what we're up to, a little bit more in depth of, what we do, and let's see if I can put this down here. Okay. And why we're only doing, maybe one video a week. So obviously you guys know that, we were in a car accident, which happened on a yard sale day, and we were rear-ended at a stoplight. So we're spending a lot of time going to doctor's offices and appointments and therapy and stuff like that. We actually got pretty messed up in the accident. I have a herniated disc in my neck from the accident. My wife has 3 herniated discs, 1 in her neck, 2 in her lower back. She's actually, Mama Snake is actually going to need surgery. So she needs surgery in the 2 discs in her lower back, which she will be getting in December. So it's scheduled for December tentatively right now. And she'll need about 2 to 3 weeks off of, work and stuff like that. So that's part of it. So the second part is that we have 2 eBay sites. One eBay site is one that you guys don't know about, and we keep very secret because that's where a lot of our replenishables and things to that effect are, sold on. So the one site, again, we have all our replenishables. These are things that you buy in bulk, and then you have one listing. Let's say you have 50 or 100 of the item, and they just keep, they sell when they sell, right? And then you have, again, the other site where you have to actually, in both avenues, you have to go out and actively find these things. They're just different processes. The whole point of this was to show you guys that you can make money. The site that we sell, or the site you guys know about, you can make anywhere between $2,000 and $4,000 a month with minimal effort. Going out 2 or 3 times a week, thrift stores, garage sales, and and actually make a pretty decent living off of it. Yeah, you can make a pretty decent living. There's a lot of people out there that, unfortunately, don't make that, and they work, full-time 40 hours a week or more, sometimes more, 2 or 3 jobs, and they still can't make that, which is terrible. But anyway, so what we're looking at, one of the directions we're looking at taking the channel is more on the, like, a mentorship, if you will. So yeah, that's where we're at. There's a lot going on, and we're just really trying to figure out, which way to go. But it's going to be, it's still going to take some time, couple months before we actually narrow it down. Another part of it is that, reselling is where I make most of my income, but I do other things as well. A lot of people, some of you may know about these things and some of you may not, but I also repair things on the side. I actually made a few videos repairing electronics and things to that effect, and I actually repair a lot of the electronics that we find out there. I'm also a tattoo artist, so I do tattoos as well on the side. I do a lot of things that keeps me from being able to make that video every single day. But on the same note, even if I wasn't doing those other things, I still don't think I would be able to make a video every day, because I have a real problem, which I mentioned in previous videos, or with just doing a video of what I sold that day, which I understand can be interesting, but I just don't see the benefit in that. Again, because that's, in my opinion, is the easy part, right? So the hardest part is getting up every day and finding that inventory, whether it be through, going out thrifting, garage sailing, networking, wholesaling, whatever the case may be. That's the hardest part. Finding your niche, finding where you're going to store everything, building the business, all that stuff, right? The easy part is eBay in itself, which is why a lot of us do business on eBay or do business with eBay, is because we don't have to open our own website and try and market ourselves, our site, and all the cost and all the time that it takes to build up that site in order to get sales, right? So eBay is the shortcut. eBay already has the clientele, the marketing, the buyers. It's already an established business. And though I disagree with a lot of eBay's policies, at the same time, we have to understand that it's a shortcut for us, and there's huge benefits as well. And those are some of the benefits. You don't have to market, so on and so forth. So we put our items up for sale on eBay. That's it, right? Now you just wait for the buyer. And then after you find the buyer purchases it, pays for it, you pack it up and ship it. So the easiest part of this whole process is waiting for the buyer, because eBay predominantly handles that traffic and everything else. Now, granted, you can say, well, if my stuff's not selling, I can put a 5% discount. So, that's fine. But that's still very easy. You go through your inventory, you say, okay, well, this hasn't sold in 100 days. Let me go ahead and put a 5 or 10% discount on it. All right. So again, the point I'm trying to make is that the easy part is actually the selling. Okay. The hard part is actually finding the product, and continually finding the product, right? That's something that never stops. So that's where the problem for me comes in, as far as making a video every day about what's selling. I love watching videos where other resellers are actually going out and finding the item. Not only that, but I think a lot of people focus too much on what sells, which is important, but I would argue the fact that everything sells, right? I mean, I'm looking right now at almost everything in this room, including this cloth right here, will sell on eBay. This is a used microfiber cloth, and though it may sell for close to nothing, it would still sell on eBay. I could even, find 10 more or 9 more of these and do a 10-pack and sell it on eBay. Everything sells, right? It's just a matter of when and how much. No disrespect to those of you who have your channels, if you're watching this one, and that's what you do. So you guys obviously know the wife's a teacher. Mama Snake is a teacher. Obviously my 2 kids are in school. When we started this channel, everyone was off. It was for the summer. So that's one really cool thing about my wife being a teacher, and me being self-employed, is that over the summer we are all off and we are all together for the whole summer. So when there's 2 of us at home and we can kind of work on the business, because my wife technically works 2 jobs. She does help out with the business all year round, and she obviously, like I said, is a school teacher. But over the summer, she doesn't have that responsibility of being a school teacher, so she can invest more of her time into the business, which alleviates some of my pressures throughout those 3 months. So we can go out more, we can thrift more, we can yard sale more, we can just basically go out and do more and purchase more for the business, because there's 2 of us working 100% of the time over that 3-month period. So that's why you see more videos, because there's more time for those. But I found that, once school started, wife back to work and the kids back in school, that there's a lot for a single person to manage. Also, as far as like money is concerned and where we want to take the resale business, we're at a place with what we do here that we're comfortable. So we can expand by getting a warehouse, or even building a warehouse on our property, or something to that effect. But we're okay, do we need to take it to a level where we need employees and warehouses and things to that effect? Can we? Yes. Is that where we want to go? That's the question. It's still, it's still an option for us. It's still something that we think about. But one of the ways you can look at it is that what I do on a daily basis, I work, but I basically retired. I retired at 36, if you will. I used to be in banking, made very good money, and I decided that wasn't really where I wanted to be anymore. I decided to become my own boss. And at the beginning, when you start a business like this, a reselling business, which I kind of just fell onto, like, I knew I wanted to be my own boss, but did I decide straight away that, or did I even think that reselling was going to be where I landed? No. I thought maybe I can, open a tattoo shop or something to that effect, but this reselling thing just kind of fell on. It just kind of appeared, and I don't know. I just ran with it. So it's almost like I didn't pick it; it picked me, which is really weird. So at the beginning, it was very difficult. I spent many hours. I'm talking about 16, 18 hours a day. I barely got any sleep. I maybe slept 2 or 3 hours a night, learning the business, researching, deciding where I wanted to get inventory from, looking into wholesale markets. I mean, I can go on for hours on that. But, really doing tons of research and investing months and months of my time with no sleep. But once you get the business established, it kind of runs itself. Once you know what you're doing, and as long as you can keep your inventory up, the business runs itself. So, in a lot of respects, anyway, it's not that the stress is not there. Like, it's a stress-free type of environment once you have an idea of what you're doing. Now, granted, you can stress yourself out if you have slow months and maybe you're having a difficult time finding inventory. I can understand how those times can be stressful, but after doing it for a few years, and you also learn that you're going to have those ups and downs, that there's really no reason to stress. You just kind of just keep at it, and you keep looking, and you will find stuff. As long as you're not giving up, and you continue to stay focused on your goal, which is to get that inventory, you will find it. So there's really no reason to stress. And again, that's something that I think comes with experience. So for us, we know that we're going to have our ups and downs. We know that we're going to have bad weeks, and we know we're going to have great weeks, So there's times where you can have 5 bad weeks, and in 1 week, you made up for those past 5 weeks and then some, with a lucky find or a breakthrough as far as wholesaling is concerned, whatever. So I guess the point is that a long point is that I'm practically retired. I have, I'm pretty much stress free, other than other things that happen outside of, let's say, the work environment's concerned. Obviously the accident, that's a bit stressful to deal with all the appointments and all that. But as far as work is concerned, it's pretty stress free. And we have a good time. That's the biggest part, is that we have a great time doing it. Yeah. So if we were to take it to the next level, all we're doing is adding and more stressful, because the bigger you get, the more responsibilities you have. Therefore, the more stress and problems that occur. Now, again, there are people who, have the ambition or aspiration to do that. More power to you. For us, again, that's something that we haven't quite decided on. Again, what we're going to try, what we're leaning towards, is more of a mentorship. Maybe open a site where, we can start teaching you guys how to make money, and on all different levels. Not just the level of, I want to expand into a large warehouse, or I want to buy a property and build a warehouse and make all this money and drive all these cars. That's fine. That's great. That's absolutely great. And that can be done. And we can go from that level in our mentorship or training programs to all the way down to, making $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 a month, for people who want to supplement their income. They work a 9 to 5 and they want a little extra income without having to get a second job. Definitely from one spectrum to another. That's what we're leaning towards. Not quite sure yet, but the whole point of this video, again, was to kind of give you an idea of where we are. I know there was a lot of rambling and jumping from one point to the next, and I apologize for that. A lot on my mind that I obviously wanted to portray to you guys, but I think it's coherent nonetheless. But anyway, I love you guys, and comment down below if you guys watch this video. Let me know what direction you would go, or where you want to take your business, or whatever. Just comment and let me know what your thoughts are, and that's it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Get snake bit.